A Chinese public blockchain and Cardano have a shared goal of finding the blockchain industry's Bluetooth moment, where users have a seamless experience when utilizing blockchain networks, regardless of which chain they are using. So what is this big news about? Well, let's get into the video to find out, and be sure to watch this video until the end to not miss out on a thing. Cardano and its founder Charles Hoskinson have balls, and you will need them to survive in this cutthroat market. With all of Cardano's updates and announcements, it is gradually carving out its niche as a promising cryptocurrency. It sure seems that one of the top countries in the world has just noticed it. Over the last few decades, China has gained international aspirations and is extending its influence all over the world. In Africa, they have an unlikely rival in the form of a blockchain, Cardano, and the result of this conflict will determine the continent's future. Due to China's spectacular development, it has been on course to crash in the middle income trap for decades. However, while it has not been able to change course, it has managed to postpone it by artificially lowering the price of its currency relative to the dollar. It is hard to describe the scope of development in the last few years in China, but it can all be summed up in one term: growth. There are bound to be markets where China holds all of the cards, and there will be others where Cardano is welcomed with open arms, and most likely falls somewhere in between. Africa is an underdeveloped market up for grabs, with a massive population and potential, where most people don't have bank accounts, and they are likely to be more or less permanently bound to the early decisions they make now. This is why Cardano and China both share expanding their influence there as their goal. Cardano has some kind of potential rivalry with China. We are at the mercy of China if they ever see Cardano as a threat. This is because China already has a seat on the table, and Cardano is still in the process of getting one as it signs agreements with various African nations. It remains to be seen to what extent Cardano can affect the different cultures of the continent. China is fast asserting itself on the world stage, and when a giant moves, the earth shakes. Notwithstanding, it is quite important to observe the shared interest between China and Cardano. It is likely they have so much in common and they end up working out something together for the benefit of many people. The Chinese public blockchain, Nervos, and the blockchain engineers teamed up to create a cross-chain bridge to connect Cardano and the Nervos networks. The Nervos network is a collection of protocols of the Nervos blockchain ecosystem aiming to solve the biggest challenges facing blockchains like Ethereum and Bitcoin. This move represented Cardano's first bridge interconnecting two ecosystems worth billions of dollars. The development made a whole lot of sense as users had the opportunity to have a seamless experience when using blockchains, regardless of which chain that they are using. The end goal is to foster greater interoperability while expanding the global reach and utility of both Nervos and Cardano. The bridge permitted users to transact with Nervos and Cardano's native currencies, as well as create their tokens across both blockchains, which can be done through a technique called token wrapping. It also enables developers from both chains to access services and features to expand their decentralized application and user bases. Through the bridge, developers use the Nervos platform to access IOHK industry-leading token solution for Cardano, as well as DeFi apps built on top of the Plutus smart contracts, and other features deployed through sidechains and state channels on Cardano. The token wrapping was done through Cardano's native token technology and Nervos UDT technology, which removes the complexity, cost, and inefficiency of maintaining specific smart contract logic to implement tokens. In addition to these efficiencies, the removal of the need for custom code to be written also removed the possibility of human error, which wielded the potential to cause huge losses like the industry witnessed in 2017 when software bugs resulted in the loss of $300 million worth of Ethereum's cryptocurrency. Also, the bridge enabled users to create assets that enjoyed all the operational benefits of ADA, permitting projects to access blockchain's market-leading levels of speed and security with no prohibitive costs. The bridge is one of the projects done between the Chinese public blockchain and Cardano. Both blockchains announced that they would co-author research papers on improvements to the UTXO model, future open source developments, and explore the creation of universal standard for the accounting method. Similar to how the internet was built for the interconnection of extranets, we believe that blockchains will achieve mass adoption by interconnecting public blockchain networks, said IOHK CTO Romain Pellerin. He proceeded, hence end users are not locked into one particular network or standard and can seamlessly access value and utility, regardless of which underlying blockchain network they are using. As a result, bridges are not just a necessity to ensure that users have a seamless experience, but will become the norm, allowing underlying blockchains to fade into the background as a transport layer. By connecting blockchain communities and funding innovative ways to work together, as we have been doing with Nervos, we can ensure that blockchains lives up to its promises of creating a fairer and more efficient global financial operating system. Meanwhile, Nervos co-founder Kevin Wang said the Chainlink would advance the entire network. Creating a bridge to link the Nervos network and Cardano is especially exciting given the relationship we already have built with IOHK, he said. We have been growing our research and development partnership, but we now have a tangible bridge that will also showcase the power of the Force Bridge and push us further along the road to a functional interoperable network, he added. Mousebelt, a full-service blockchain accelerator, contributed to building the bridge with financial support in the form of a grant from Nervos. The Cardano team contributed its expertise and resources to connect Cardano to the bridge. China has always gotten involved with Cardano in different ways. Recently, Charles Hoskinson ironically commented on the situation surrounding China's banking system. Hoskinson expressed his regret that the world has no digital cash system that does not require reserve storage and is available anywhere in the world. With this ironic statement, the Cardano founder referred to cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks, which in his opinion are a real and valid alternative to traditional finance. Since April, 4 rural blocks in central China's Henan province have frozen millions of dollars in deposits, thereby limiting the livelihoods of hundreds of thousands of their customers at a time when the economy has already been hit by pandemic restrictions. A demonstration was staged, and in moments of escalation, the Chinese authorities dispersed the riot. The situation could mark the beginning of a possible crisis. However, China has a well-known reputation for being a fierce opponent of cryptocurrencies, and Chinese residents have not even had the privilege of using any digital cash system, be it Bitcoin, Cardano, or Ripple. Back to Hoskinson's words, if the situation is well observed in the world as a whole, it can be said that at the moment, states are not very concerned about the transfer of their financial markets to blockchain or the introduction of cryptocurrencies as one of the elements of the payment system. According to popular rhetoric, officials of most countries are considering the option of limiting private cryptocurrencies and introducing their state digital currencies, with the implementation of adoption coins like SHIB, XRP, or Bitcoin is more likely a matter of a small number of private enterprises. Furthermore, Cardano may not have witnessed major rallies by its larger peers, Bitcoin and Ethereum, yet this has not stopped it from pulling back. When it comes to long-term potential, Cardano remains a viable play. With time, as more DeFi and dApp developers flock to it, it will become more widely used. This will enable it to see a further but gradual price rise. Cardano ADA doesn't have to be the only crypto in your portfolio. Just don't consider it as one that you should pass up. ADA's long-term prospects remain bright and promising. The situation with Cardano has not seen an impressive change in recent weeks, but neither has the long-term bull case. Thanks to the Alonso upgrade, this crypto has made a big leap toward bridging the utility gap between it and Ethereum. As more developers move their DeFi applications to the Cardano blockchain, its share of the blockchain finance market will climb. If you're looking for a short-term crypto trade, for now, you may want to stick with the ones making headlines. But if you're looking for a crypto as a long-term investment, then ADA still remains as a great opportunity. But as always, what are your views on this? Be sure to share with us your thoughts in the comments down below. And make sure you drop a thumbs up that this video deserves. And if you don't want to miss out on any future important updates, then be sure to click on the subscribe notification button so you can be notified immediately whenever we upload a new video here on ADA News. Until then, you can watch our other videos to find out how ADA got here, and we will see you in the next video.